gentleman from Maryland is recognized.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I just want to emphasize that in his distinguished service in this chamber, Mr. Meadows would never tolerate an executive official simply deciding to blow off a subpoena of the U.S. Congress. He said, whether you're a Republican or a Democrat, this kind of obstruction is wrong, period. And he repeatedly complained about intransigence and delays by the executive branch. So I think he understands exactly why this is a matter of such gravity to our body. Now, as I was saying, as a member not just of the Rules Committee, but also the January 6th Committee, we have seen overwhelming participation and cooperation by the people we've called. Most people are doing their legal duty and their civic and patriotic duty by coming forward and voluntarily saying, here's what I know, and here's the information I've got to help you put together a report for the American people. It just seems as we've gotten closer and closer to Donald Trump, that's where we're running into the obstructionism, as from Steve Bannon, as from Jeffrey Clark, and now we've got this problem we're in with Mark Meadows, who had been on the path of cooperation, had turned over these thousands of documents, and now he's in the very awkward position of saying he's not going to testify about thousands of documents that he already turned over to us, which demonstrate how radically dangerous that day, in fact, was. Let me just read a few more of the texts that Mr. Meadows disclosed to our committee. One text said, "We are under siege up here at the Capitol." That came to him on January 6th. Another, "They've breached the Capitol." Mark, "Protesters are literally storming the Capitol, breaking windows on doors, rushing in. Is Trump going to say something? We are all helpless." Dozens of texts, including from Trump administration officials, urged immediate action by the president. Quote, "POTUS has to come out firmly and tell protesters to dissipate. Someone is going to get killed." And of course, several people died on that day and within days of the attacks on January 6th. In another, Mark, "He needs to stop this now." A third in all caps, "Tell them to go home." A fourth, and I quote, "POTUS needs to calm this," expletive deleted, "excrement down." Multiple Fox News hosts themselves knew the president needed to act immediately. They texted Mr. Meadows. He turned over those texts to us. Quote, "Mark, the president needs to tell people in the Capitol, go home. This is hurting all of us. He is destroying his legacy," wrote Laura Ingraham. Brian Kilmeade texted, "Please get him on TV, destroying everything you have accomplished." Sean Hannity urged by text, "Can you make a statement? Ask people to leave the Capitol," and so on. We need to find out what actions were taken in response to all of those entreaties from members of Congress, from members of the media, from members of Trump's own family. What sequence of events took place afterwards? I reserve the balance of my time.